This meeting is now being recorded.
All right, welcome, top speeders. We got a very special guest today. We're going to hear from Comcast Business. Cheryl Hennessy, the senior sales engineer at Comcast, is on the line. She's been there for about 3.5 years as a senior sales engineer out of the Denver, Colorado area. Before that, she was a little over 8 years at Level 3. And then Quest before that. So she's very experienced. We know her. We love her. And she has the unenviable task of trying to create life for the partners without Gary Hunt. And also on the line is Maria Diaz how do you say that?
Trujillo.
Trujillo. She is a partner sales manager at Comcast Business. She's been there almost 9 years, had a variety of roles, and she also is in the Denver area right now, but she's going to be moving to California so that she can better serve Top Speed Data. I'll actually say her partners, but in my mind, that just means Top Speed Data. So she also is going to be trying to grow our business after Gary has left Comcast and gone to Voyant. So Cheryl's been very, very supportive of Top Speed in the past, so we're very fortunate to have you both on the line. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me.
I can start, and then Cheryl's going to help me with the technical stuff. So we're just going to kind of go over Comcast, how we support you guys, our initiatives for the year, and what we have available as far as products, strategy, where we fit best. So my name's Maria Diaz Trujillo, and I'm the new channel manager over in the Northern California area. So to start, just to kind of go over this overview, let everybody know, I actually kind of cut it down. So looking at this overview, P90X is our mantra. This is what we're focusing on in 2019, which is partner focus. I want to talk about a little bit about the network, Comcast, how we're different from others. Our products then go into our Ethernet services, our small business products, hospitality, of course, talk about our SDN Active Core and our products like SD-WAN, and then go into some spiff and incentives so everybody knows. Going into the go ahead.
Hang on one second. We're getting some feedback, so can you mute yourself, please, if you got some sound background?
I think we're okay there.
Comcast.
Okay.
All right, Maria, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So PX19, 2019, this is our mantra. We are all about the partner experience. We want to make it easier to do business with us. We're going to pull out all the stops, whatever it means to support you as our partners, help you do business with us. We're here to support you. We want to be here and listen closely. What is it that you guys need from us? We don't want to just be here telling you, what we have, what we can do, but what do you guys need from us? We want to listen to you. We're putting the partner in the middle. This is, all about the partner. So ask yourself, what can I do today to improve the experience? What can I do to improve your experience with the Comcast business? You know what, Cheryl, I took that one out.
Tony, are you in the shower?
Doing dishes.
It sounds like somebody's doing the dishes. Okay. I'm gonna mute everybody and then unmute you too. So.
I'm muted.
All guests have been muted. All guests have been unmuted. All guests have been muted. All guests have been unmuted.
Whatever. Okay, Maria, keep going.
Okay. So the biggest thing that we like to talk about, because this is one of the big differentiators with us and other providers, is our diverse network. We are physically diverse network from other telcos. Our routes, access points, building access. So when people come to us and say, look, I need something diverse, they already have somebody in place. Or I want you guys in first, but I need somebody, I need something diverse from you. Can you guarantee that that's diverse? Yes, we're going to be diverse. We are the largest IP network in the country, continuing to add capacity every 18, 24 months, sometimes quicker. Far-reaching fiber HFC infrastructure, network monitor management, every market, 24/7, 365, we're monitoring that network. Customer monitor, we have a couple of different redundant NOCs. One is in Denver, so it's kind of nice to be in Denver, have access to that center, to know that that's where the work's going. And then, of course, with our Ethernet products, this one talks about the voice SLA, 99.9 availability. And then when you look at our Ethernet products, we are 99.99%. We have over 1 million Ethernet-enabled buildings, a lot of lit buildings, something we can send out if that helps anybody out there, when it comes to being out talking to customers. Over 700 connected data centers. So I apologize if I went too fast. Does anybody have any questions?
This is Alan Jaffe. I've got a question for you. This may be a little too early for this. We've engaged a couple of times in teaming with a local account team. Does that happen very much for you folks?
It does, and it's coming up more and more. So where it makes sense, if you want to do the teaming, that is something that we can, go to the director about. On our side, we'll ask, make sure that this is a good fit. This makes sense to you, makes sense, to your customer. If that is something you want, we can make that request. Sometimes we'll get the request from the direct side, because they're out talking to your customer maybe, and they've figured out, hey, you have the better relationship, but maybe there's something that they can do on their end to help us out. If it's national, maybe they can help us out with combining build costs and lowering construction sometimes. That's for the big national groups. But yes, it's definitely available. If you don't want to do it, you also have that option and say, I'm not interested in teaming at this time. This is my customer. We have the relationship, and we want to move forward on our own.
And then, how much the last time Cheryl was here, which was a little bit ago, SD-WAN didn't seem to be ready for prime time, and I don't think many direct salespeople in Comcast had sold it. How is that going?
It's definitely ready for prime time. We are starting to see not only direct sales go up, but also within our channel. Partners are starting to sell it as well. We've got a few recent, actually kind of a big one for one of our partners out in Minnesota, who just kind of landed a fairly good-sized SD-WAN. So it is definitely ready. We're selling it, the direct is selling it. If you're wanting more information there, or if you have questions about it, I'll be out there next week, and then, permanently moving, so we can get some more deep dive into the product itself and our network. That helps?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We've got a lot of information on SD-WAN right now. That's the big topic. We're actually going into training here in a couple hours, just for a little bit more extra training with our product manager. So she's going to go into a couple of hours worth of updates and product roadmaps. So whatever I take from there, I'll bring to you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. We'll talk a little bit about SD-WAN here in a bit too. I have a couple of slides. I don't want to go in too much about every product. I just kind of want to give an overview for everybody to make sure that we're not missing anything. This slide here, just kind of goes into us versus the LEC, how we're different, how we're separate and distinct, as well as us coming in as the last mile provider. Most people know, some people don't. When we come in, we're going to bring fiber, coax, whatever it is, we're bringing it to the building. We're not going to stop at the, down the street, or the D-Mark. We are coming into the suite. When it comes to product strategy, most people know that we are definitely a mid-market, typically fiber provider.
Cheryl?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask, I can't really hear the person speaking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
We have some background noise again.
Yeah, hearing a lot of background.
That
Anybody
sounds
not
better.
muted?
I don't know. I can still hear a lot. Maybe if somebody mutes themselves while they're driving.
I think I've got everybody muted, except you, Tony.
Well, I muted myself, so.
Okay.
I muted myself too.
Yeah, the 2484 area codes, I think that's Denver. Those are open. Everybody else is muted. I don't know where that sound's coming from.
Okay, it's gone now. So whoever muted themselves, that's better.
Okay, sounds much better now. Sorry, it sounded like there was a plane coming in. So, sorry, go back. Product strategy. Our mid-market products, which we typically refer to as fiber. Most people know we do provide Ethernet services, dedicated internet, EDI. We also have private data network, EPL, EVPL, RENS. Of course, we offer our regular POTS services, voice lines, analog lines, PRI SIP. Hosted voice product is BVE, and then we have a small Voice Edge Select product for under, I believe it's 8 users. Business TV, I think everybody knows about, but we are making some changes there. We're now offering X1 for business. That's new. We can talk about that later on as well. Our SDN is our new active product, which includes SD-WAN as our first product in there. We've also recently launched our managed router. Not everybody knows about that yet. We can talk about that as well. And then we also have our Smart Office, which is the monitor system, and of course the cloud services, the O365. Does everybody know about all those products that we have available? Does anybody have any questions? We can skip that one. That's just equipment. So Ethernet service portfolio, again, we're talking about our Ethernet services. Most people, say, I need some dedicated internet. Sometimes they get confused. We call it EDI, Ethernet Dedicated Internet Access. It's the same thing. Symmetrical service, up to 10 gigs. 4 nines for our SLAs. This is included with all our products. One of the things that people don't realize that we do offer is our Ethernet services over HFC. So when you're looking for that lower bandwidth, you have somebody that maybe needs just 10 or 20 meg, and maybe our construction is going to be too high to give a competitive pricing on, that same speed. We can look at our Ethernet over HFC. So it's a hybrid of the coax and fiber, allows us to get that build much cheaper, and then therefore turn around and offer a more competitive rate. So if anybody's out there and you're needing those lower speeds, always say, hey, can you check that E over HFC along with the fiber? We'll check both and see which one comes back better priced for your customer.
What's
EPL,
HFC?
So it's hybrid fiber over coax, kind of a
Okay.
hybrid of the two. So when we go in, we're going to do a survey or a desktop, and we're going to see, what is that fiber build for that fiber product. Sometimes it comes back too high. I can't give you a competitive rate on those lower bandwidths. But if we do an E over HFC, which is the Ethernet over the hybrid fiber, Sometimes that comes back a lot less, and I can give you a much better price on those lower bandwidths. Right now, the highest speed we can offer there is going to be the 20 meg. They are looking to up that. I don't know if that's this year or next year, but they are looking to change that where it'll be up to 50 megs.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Our point-to-point, our ENS, any network, our hub-and-spoke EPL, those are available across the country. The one thing I would mention there is some people don't realize you bring us an ENS network and you need to connect, 10 sites and 2 of them are off-net. That's okay. We can go and get off-net pricing to make sure that we can still provide that service for all sites. A lot of people don't realize that we can go in and get those off-net carriers to give us pricing for those sites. That's all there unless anybody has questions. Kind of going through quickly, so please stop me if anybody wants to see anything different. When it comes to SMB, most people, know the product unless they're focused on fiber. Business internet service, right now we're offering up to a gig. Upload is 35 meg. I've opened up a few extra markets. Do you know, Cheryl, the most recent market that was just opened up for gig? I think everybody is pretty much gig ready. I'm going to say we're ready anywhere across the country for a gig wherever we have service.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Again, voice, trunking services, PRI SIP, our hosted voice service, our business TV, now our SD-WAN, Smart Office is the monitor system. Does anybody have any questions about our coax products, our SMB small business business services? We can skip that. Sure, I think the screen is stuck on the main page.
I'm scrolling through. I'm already down to hospitality.
Really?
Yeah, I think the main page as well, the front page.
Yeah,
really?
The first page.
Yeah, I'm seeing the front page too.
Okay. How about if I close this and share again?
Came back
well,
for just
we
a
saw
minute.
it for a second, but go, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna share again and see if that works. And this time I'm gonna share the right one. Oh. There it is. Steve's meeting. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
I'm used to WebEx. This is a great time for questions if anybody has one.
I like that. Does anybody have any questions? Is there anything new that I've talked about that anybody's like, oh, didn't know? Everybody's pretty comfortable with our products.
Alan, Mark, Tony, what do you guys...
We can also talk process.
Nope.
Go ahead.
All right. Do you see it now?
Yep.
Yes.
Go to page 9. Let's look at the...
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, that's a good one. Go real quick, just look at that. Everybody knows we're talking about the gig speed. They did a couple of kind of a tier change to our, a change to our tiers. So these right now are current business internet speeds, 25 meg, 75, 150, 300, 500, and a gig. Just make sure everybody's aware there. When it comes to promos process, I can also help out. Let's look at Connection Pro if you want to go to page 9. I don't know if everybody's aware of the Connection Pro, our 4G LTE backup, 8 hours of UPS for power outages. So if the internet does go down on that coax internet, you have a backup. It kicks in automatically, automatic failover, keeps you running. So if there's an outage, if you're working on if there's a power outage, your service is not going to go down. That's fairly new. You guys probably know about it. It's an easy add-on to any of the business internet products. If you're selling a coax internet, throw it on there. if they ask about it, give them the details. If it's not something they need, we can take it off. But it's a good add-on. Make a little bit more money on that and give them that failover protection. People don't think about it until they're out of service, and then they're wishing they could have added it. And it's an ancillary, so you can add and remove it anytime. No penalties. We can go and talk about hospitality. I don't know if you guys are big on the hospitality right now. The next push is X1. That's coming. They're doing some trials out there, so that'll be available. But right now, if you are selling into a hospitality, you can offer our free-to-guest TV services, public view services, TV services into the bar, restaurants, and the fitness centers. Private view TV, if they have a break room, a lobby, a conference room, those are the TV services that we can offer. On the voice side, we can offer our standard lines, basic line, full-featured lines. We can include toll-free. We can also offer our trunking services, our PRI and SIP, both over coax or over fiber. Business Voice Edge, I've not seen a lot of people offer that into hospitality. That's another, that's our hosted voice service, so we can talk about that if anybody wants more information over on the hosted voice product. Hospitality Internet, the speeds are a little bit different than what we can offer to our other customers. The max speed right now is the 100 meg, but they do get 2 modems, so they can split that off between, employees and guests. So that's helpful. And then, of course, we offer all our Ethernet products to hospitalities, our direct Internet access, our EPO, EVPO, ENS networking products as well. Anybody sell hospitality or have any questions on that? Kind of went over everything high level. Next thing we're going to go into is our active core. Cheryl, do you want to talk about the active core? You're much better than I am there.
Oh, yeah, sure, I can. I wanted to just say we have a time check here. Steve, can we have a couple more minutes? Or do you have a hard stop? Okay,
No,
cool.
we usually like to end at about 9, but if you need to go a couple minutes over, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. And the good news is that Jim and Maria will be out there next week and can go over more of this in more detail, and I can be available on the phone when they're out there as well. So when we hang up today, that's not the end of the conversation. This is just the beginning of the conversation. And we'll also be sending out the slides as well, or Steve will. So Comcast has broken into the SD-WAN product set, and things are going really well now. We were off to kind of a bumpy start because we're developing it in-house, and so we've been making everything available in iterations. And now it's prime time. It's ready to go. It's being used by many large customers, and we've had a lot of success with this. So you can see on the slide some of the key features about the platform, and it's got simple pricing. It can go over the top of any network, not just the Comcast network. So if you have a customer with MPLS, you can absolutely put the Comcast SD-WAN on top of it. I will show that here. We've got several different, we've got several different topologies that are available, and we can go over this in more detail at another time, but we've got a tremendous amount of flexibility, and each customer who is interested in installing this we have hired a whole team of SD-WAN, what do we call them, solutions architects, and they talk to the customers with you and find out exactly what the customer wants to do, and then takes the request back to our technical review board, which meets twice a week, and goes over the request in detail. And then the developers themselves actually make recommendations and say it'll work best this way, that way, depending what the customer wants to do. This is the full-fledged implementation. I was actually just talking with the product manager yesterday about doing a more minimal implementation just to get it out there and then let the customers add to it as they want. So I think that's going to be coming up. We have also added a wireless backup similar to the Connection Pro that Maria mentioned earlier. We use a Cradlepoint device, and the technician who goes out to install it will set it up to use either Verizon or AT&T for the backup, whatever is strongest in that area. And this way, if the customer has any kind of an outage, it'll automatically flip over to the LTE backup. The thing that I love the most about this is that the design for it is all customer experience driven. And so if you have Xfinity at home to watch TV, you know that we have a really cool interface. We've got voice commands. We've got just a really nice interface. And that some of the people who worked on that also went into the development team for our SD-WAN product. They're constantly adding to it and tweaking it and working in an agile environment to make improvements. And so what I'm going to show next is what the portal looks like. We've got a portal called, what is it called? Let's just call it ActiveCore, the ActiveCore portal, but it's got a better name. And the customer can log in, or you as their consultant or IT manager can log in and see what's going on with their network everywhere all at once. And then if you click on one of these circles, it will take you, it'll drill down into the actual detail for each of the places and give you all kinds of analytics, and it's very cool. And if you're away from your computer, you can download the app. And every one of you can download the app today and run it in demo mode so that you can see what the app looks like and you can share that with your customers. I love giving the demo on the app, and I have hooked up my phone to my WebEx, and I could show it remotely. So if anybody wants to talk about it, let me know. This is one of the fun things that we have. With the app, it's read-only, so you can look and see if you're on the beach in Cabo or somewhere. You can look at what's going on with the network, and if you need to make any changes, then you can use your phone to log into the website and then do it that way. But the app, since you can't break anything because you're only reading it, so people love this. And then I think last but not least, we've got some bullet points here why Comcast is the good choice for SD-WAN. And I'm not going to read all of these because we're out of time, but I will make sure everybody gets a copy of these slides and we can talk about it at any time. I think that's it. Oh, one more. Maria, I'm going to kick it back to you to talk about spiffs because everybody loves spiffs.
The spiffs I love right now. We have an ongoing Ethernet ActiveCore spiff, and then they just introduced a Comcast Business Internet spiff, which I've internet spiff. So you're going to earn $75 for every new business internet order during fiscal March. You have to have 2 to qualify. So the first one doesn't qualify. The second one and everyone following after that qualifies. On the Ethernet side with the ActiveCore, that one is kind of geared towards those multi-sites. One-time monthly recurring revenue on $5,000 MRC on a multi-site Ethernet sales. 2 times any with ActiveCore. One-time recurring revenue on any business Ethernet services if you haven't sold anything. That's kind of good towards for the newer partners. But those are good. Those are the Ethernet ActiveCore spiff. It's been going, maybe started about a month ago. We've got that one goes till June. Right now, the business internet only goes through the end of March. So, well, actually through our fiscal period, which is March 21st. So that one has a deadline. We're going to try to. We're wanting to get that one back. So we're definitely going to ask for it. But right now there is a deadline on that one coming soon. And then again, the Ethernet ActiveCore, we've got some time on it. That one goes through June, I believe. We can send out the full detailed spiff sheets on those, so everybody has the information. I think that's all. I mean, we're running out of time, so we went over a lot of information, kind of high level. You guys are familiar with our products, but if there's anything else you have questions on, whether it's process, navigating Comcast World, and everything that comes with that, the products, what do you guys have? What kind of questions? What can we do to help you guys out? Anyone?
Come on, don't be shy.
Nothing?
Did I put everybody to sleep?
No, I'm sure we'll think of things, but
Yeah.
lots of info in a short time frame. So when are you moving to California?
So next week I'm coming out to visit. I want to meet you guys, and I'm going to start looking for a place. Hoping to find something fairly quickly.
Are you looking NorCal, SoCal?
We're definitely NorCal. We're actually everybody keeps saying go to Walnut Creek, go to Walnut Creek. So we're going to start there.
And where are you moving from?
Denver.
Well, Denver's pricey, but
Not San Francisco pricey.
yeah,
Not Bay Area pricey.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely have us beat there. We're getting up there, but not there yet.
Well, when
Hey guys, any other recommendations? I mean, I would actually, honestly, and I'm a Bay Area native, but I live now in the Sacramento area. If I was going to move to the Bay Area, I mean, Walnut Creek is a good area in terms of being able to get to everywhere, kind of, I don't want to say quickly, but at least it's more central.
Mhm.
But I would actually say North Bay, Santa Rosa is A, more beautiful, but then B, economically is actually a little more feasible. But
Santa Rosa? Okay. I will check that out.
I don't know, anybody else? I mean, hey, give her, she's coming out.
Oh, I'm open. Yeah, let me know. I'm open.
I'm thinking that's another vote for Walnut Creek. I keep hearing that one too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Walnut Creek's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. So I like the idea of Santa Rosa if that's still beautiful and less expensive.
You know what, though? If you like Walnut Creek area, you could look a little further east and look at, like, Livermore, maybe even Brentwood.
So we actually have our Comcast office in Livermore, so I'm going to check that out as well. And the last one was Brentwood?
I mean, Brentwood, yeah, that's kind of like almost like, Bay Area, that's almost like, I don't know whether you call that the Bay Area or Central Valley at that point. It's like a merging point.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check those
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna yell out for Petaluma because you can get down to you can go over to the East Bay quickly, you can go over to the San Francisco Bay Area quickly, and you can work out of our office.
Yeah,
really?
I'm telling you, even North Bay is the most beautiful if you're talking Bay Area.
So Petaluma is on the list because my husband just got a phone call about a job, and we were thinking, I wonder if that's too far to get to, other places. But it sounds like that's a good fit.
It is. Well, plus, I mean, in the same parking lot, you have Top Speed and you have Intellisys headquarters.
Right.
Yeah, I would go to Petaluma. I love it there.
We're going to check that one out. He has a job opportunity there. Maybe that's where we end up.
What
We're
company
kind of
is the job opportunity with?
With Marin County.
Who?
Marin County.
Oh, Marin.
Marin, sorry. I don't know how to pronounce anything out there. Marin County.
What is he?
So he's a director of information systems.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
What? We might actually. I'm going to be my first to throw in the hat of saying, "Let me take you guys out to lunch."
Yeah.
Me, you, and your husband.
Definitely.
Director of IS.
Yeah, I vote for that.
I'm definitely interested. Yes, please.
We'll make that a Top Speed house account. We'll all split it. Everybody who's on this call, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Call.
Okay,
split the joy.
I'm gonna end the recording here because we're getting into